Everything. Your first thing that has to change is your management. You got to get rid of your. Now, my mom is my manager.
Right.
I'm like, I gotta fire my mom. Like, I gotta let her go. What's this? What you kind of saying? Like, let her do less? No. Everything has to go. Now, what we gotta understand is that doesn't always have to be something wrong for something to move. There's nothing wrong with the summer. It's just a time for a new season. It's fall.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with the winter. It's just spring is here now. So you don't want to be wearing your fur in 90-degree weather because you're holding on. We've been with me through so much. You're going to burn up in that fur, not embracing the new season. Doesn't have to be anything wrong with the season for it to pass. So it wasn't nothing wrong with GA. It wasn't nothing wrong with my mom being manager other than the season was up. Period. I'll share with you how Elijah went to the brook and the ravens fed him and the brook dried up. But God, you told me to go to the brook. Yeah, but you're going to hear me again. Now go to the widow. So there's nothing wrong with what he told you to do. Just the season is up. So I came back on to sabbatical like, hey, Janae, how y'all doing, man? Y'all good? Yeah, me and my wife, we good now. We back together. About this. So I kind of went down to Ridley's. Remember we went to Ridley's? Remember we did Prince of Egypt? Remember you met her on the road? Y'all got married in GA? I kind of went down all the good moments of GA. And I kind of said, now it's time for this season to be over, man. It was like, nobody expected, that to come out my mouth. And it was a huge tennis ball in my mouth because I'm like, what is about to happen? Who am I going to be without them? I'm not about to be smoking normal, singing. I'm not that. So I didn't know what my future held either. So it wasn't like I had a guarantee, I know this is going to happen, but just let this go. I didn't know what was going to happen. So I'm insecure, like, I got to let this go. The season is past. You all been faithful and loyal. Thank you so much. I mean, it was like a funeral. It was like a funeral. It was crying. It was gnashing of teeth. It was weeping. I was like, oh my goodness. It was so hard, emotionally for everybody. But I didn't want it to be the end of the relationship. Just had to be the end of it. It's kind of like, who been to college and out of college now? Out of college? Okay. How many friends do you keep in contact with in college? So them 4 years or 6 years, y'all was white on rice. But when the season is over, ain't nothing wrong. I'm grown. It's over. So it's hard to recognize those type of seasons in church and in relationship, but it's like, it's over. There's nothing else we can do. So I released GA. Most of them weren't singers. They were just kind of like, they could hold down the note background, but I throw the mic to somebody, they probably, amen. So they weren't called to sing, you know what I mean? And proof of that is 3 years later, only 2 of them are still singing. Out of the 40 I had, 2 of them are still singing because they're called to sing. So everybody else is kind of with me. Some of them are doing catering now. They open a catering company. They're elders at their church. One got married, got 2 kids. They're doing interior decorating. They're in school for design. They're growing. They're becoming who they were called to be. But as long as I kept them on the tour bus, I forfeited them their purpose. So I had to release them to be who they were called to be and not who they wanted to be. So it was hard at first, but everybody's kind of getting it now. And God is restoring even those emotional relationships.